Hello, everybody. How is everyone? Hope everybody is doing well. Ooh, there are wires everywhere. Try to not touch anything. How is everybody this morning? Hey, Lilith. How's your morning going? Hey, Jim. Yeah, I am the first OBE. Hey, Brooke. First one. Well, good. You're first. How is everybody doing? Hey, everybody. Well, I just got here, so you're not late or anything. This afternoon. Well, good afternoon, morning. How is Booger? Oh, God. Booger's getting bigger. She's getting bigger. You know why? She's eating a lot. I know it's early for me over here. It's not even 8 o'clock. But I thought that I would spend some time with everybody before I get started with my day. Good morning, everyone. I'm just having my morning iced coffee. Hey, Amberlyn City Camera, my fish. Mr. Fish has several companions now. Another cat my wife calls Paingrit, and a tortoiseshell my wife calls Techni, short for Technicolor. Oh, so you got like a house full of animals, don't you? You got a very busy household, don't you? Just there's activity everywhere all the time. Well, my household might be getting busier in about another month or so because my cat Booger might be pregnant. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. But I'm about 75% sure that she's got babies. So Sparky might be a daddy. So if she is pregnant, imagine how the babies are going to look. They're going to be cute. I'm going to have little baby Sparkies and Boogers in the house. As if my life wasn't busy enough with Sparky. Of course I am. How could I not? You know those babies are going to be cute. The witness protection program. Yeah, I know. I'll tell you what, though. If she is pregnant, she has a litter, that will be her first and her last. Because I'm going to take her to the vet and snip, snip, snip. We're going to fix that. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Mary Beth. How are you? That will be Booger's first and only litter. That's it. That's all. We're not doing this again. No. I'm not going to be the crazy cat lady with 20 cats that are all related to each other. No. How are you, Mary Beth? Good morning, afternoon to everybody. I don't know where you guys are in the world. Great day 2 of 4 days off work. Oh, so you're like in the middle of your little vacation. You're like, I ain't got nothing to worry about. I got 2 more days. I can screw off for 2 more days. I'm just going to sit back and chill. Yes, if you would like to, if you want to hit the like button, that would be great, but no pressure. It's not like it's, like YouTube's going to pay me $1 million for the like button. I heard something. Speaking of that, I heard something. I heard that YouTube was removing the dislike button on videos now. Like you couldn't dislike a video no more. So happy I went this direction. I'm so relaxed watching your videos. Well, thank you, Mary Beth. I'm happy you're doing it too. I'm not going to keep them all, just one. See, that's the thing, though, Lee. I don't know how many she's going to have, bro. I don't know. I mean, it could be one in there. It could be two. I've heard that when a cat has a litter, the first one is usually pretty small. So she might only have one kitten or two kittens. It depends on how many she has and how many I can make room for. I mean, it's one of those things where you know there's something in the box, but until you open the box, you don't know exactly what's there. Hello, Sandy. Good morning to you, darling. Sandy is one of the hardest working ladies on YouTube. She is just everywhere all the time doing stuff. Hey, Dee. Good morning. Good morning to you. How are you, dear? I hope that you're well. I hope that you're very well. Good morning. Aw, Dee, I love you for what you did. Mwah. Thank you for that, love. What's that? They're not showing the amount of dislike, but the button is still there. Okay. I'll give you a call, Sandy. It's showing stuff like that. But yeah, I heard they were getting rid of the dislike button. Why are they getting rid of the dislike button? That doesn't make any sense. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Yes, all my friends are showing up. And see, it's good to do a good morning live. Everybody gets to show up here. Oh, you got to bounce? Okay, I know you got things to do, Sandy. I know how busy you are. I'll be listening. Okay. I know that you'll be cleaning house and taking care of the kitty cats. Sandy's so lucky. She's got like 5 beautiful black cats. They're gorgeous and they love on her. So cute. You got to have some time before I go into work. Well, I'm taking this time right now before I get busy today. I was looking into doing some more ambiance videos, and last night I was working on another story for my channel. I was working on it, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't like the way it was turning out, so I'm going to rewrite it. I got a mad desire to go to TJ Maxx or Target soon. Why? You got to shop. You got that shopping bug in your system. You got to do something with it. I have to buy something today. I'll tell you where you should go, Mary Beth. Listen, no shade on TJ Maxx, no shade on Target, but I'll tell you what, girl, you would find some amazing things at the thrift store. I'm telling you, I'm not even joking. You find lots of good stuff there. Smack the thumbs up. Oh, well, thank you. I'm not even joking. I'll tell you what, if you got a bug in your system to go to TJ Maxx or Target, listen, you can still go there if you want to, but check out like the thrift stores first. Be like, oh my God, look at all this cool stuff. And I could buy a whole lot of it for cheap. Come home with like several shopping bags and only spent like 20 or 30 bucks. You're like, look at all this great stuff. I used to love to do that. I used to love going to the thrift store just because you got all kinds of unique stuff there. You could dumpster dive. That's true, but I'll tell you what. If you go dumpster diving, it's a game of chance. You might be out all day and find nothing, or you might find a lot. But either way, you're still running around. So, you know, it's a game of luck and chance. One part chance, one part scavenger hunt. But if you go to a thrift store, you'll probably find, you'll probably more than likely find something. Check Mercari and Poshmark. Also, sometimes the sellers will discount their stuff if you bundle. Ooh. See, there's a tip for shopping for Sandy. She knows all about that stuff. So for everybody coming in, I'm not 100% sure. So don't quote me on this as truth yet. But I'm not 75% sure. Booger, my female cat, has babies. She's pregnant. There might be some babies in there. So I'll know in a couple of weeks. If she starts to get more round, that means she's got some babies. So there might be some little bitty kittens in the house. A rare Tiffany & Co. necklace for a lot less than it was posted for. Very nice. Very nice. Can you imagine that? Little boogers, little Sparkies in the house. It'd be cute. Who where is? Oh, Booger, come here. She just had her breakfast. Can't wait to see if she's expecting. You know, this is why I think she's expecting. I've had Booger for 6 years. And she's always been that cat that she's never been chunky or thick. You know, she eats a little bit. But whenever I pick her up, she hardly weighs anything. These days when I pick her up, she's thick. Mama's got some weight on her. And she looks thick. And I've had her for 6 years. How come she getting thick all of a sudden? I'm still feeding her the same thing, and she's eating a lot more now. So I'm looking at Sparky sideways saying, what did you do, son? I love trades. I get a lot of clothes there. You've gotten great handbags. See, Dee knows how to shop too. So you guys know that I don't react to Chantal anymore. I'm sticking to my word. But I go on Twitter and I can't help but see all the different things going on with Chantal. And am I fat shaming Booger? Absolutely not. See, look at her. Don't she look bigger? Look at her little thick self. Baby got back and middle. Booger. I'm not fat shaming Booger. I'll be honest with you. I like the bigger cats. I like the bigger cats because then they're good for cuddling. I used to have a cat named Junior. He was a big boy. I just can't deal with. You know what, Mary Beth? It's not even cycles anymore. It's not even cycles anymore. It's just going back and forth to keep people interested. That whole day when she did a live stream and Natter was on at the same time, listen, that was a money play. Y'all got played. Y'all got seriously played. So here's what I'm going to say to all of y'all. Listen. If you guys hear any talk from now on about we're broke up, here's how you know it's real. If it's real, he'll dump all the DMs, all the videos that he has of her. He'll put her stuff out on the porch and block her phone number. And if he ain't done that, they're not done. If they haven't gone full scorched earth on each other, dump DMs, expose each other, and stayed away from each other for at least a week, they ain't done. So if at any time after this you hear, oh, we're done, we're broke up, just wait a day. Wait at least 3 days to believe it. And if they've gone scorched earth, that they've exposed DMs, Twitter messages, videos, all of that. He's put her stuff on the porch and said goodbye. Then it might be real. Oh yeah, I know they're scripting it. I know they're scripting it. Because they're both liars and con artists. Okay? That's what they do. They lie. They con people. Chantal is like Amber. She figured out a long time ago that drama makes money. And she's hit the ceiling with bringing in new topics to keep people interested. She did mukbangs. That was fine. She did that for a while. Don't know why she changed up the formula because it was working. But then she moved on to drugs. Then she moved on to DV and then SA and then STDs. And where do you go from there? She can't bring anything else in. So now the focus is on the drama between her and him. And they got to keep ping-ponging that back and forth to keep people interested. He wants her to give up Pete's. You know, I'm going to go so far as to say that I think Pete's might be in on the whole thing. I mean, he is living with her. He's benefiting from the money. And we know that Chantal basically dominates Pete's. So if Chantal tells Pete to do something, he'll do it. Just because she told him to. He might be in on the whole thing. I mean, Pete has been her best friend for years. He knows where all the bodies are buried and in what order. I canceled my membership to her. I only watch them through reaction channels. Good for you, Nancy. Because I'll tell you what, everybody's getting played. Everybody. It's so ridiculous. I question anybody that actively gives her money. And I especially question anybody that gives Natter money. What are you giving him money for? Why are people giving money to troll? Why are people working so hard to become part of that story? Calling him up and all that. Like, explain it to me. What's the 15 minutes of fame all about thing with him? What is that? Why do people want to be part of that story so bad? It's not a good story. Hi, Fanny. You accidentally said her a super chat the other day. Don't do it again. She don't need your money, honey. I would never give my heart and money to either one of them. Well, you know, listen, if you're a VIB, you are giving money to her. You're sending a super chat, you are giving money to her. Hell, if you are going over to Natter's channel and giving money to him, you're actually giving money to her because that's her account. I don't care what he says. That's still her money. I was watching live on my phone and DC on TV. It was only not a VIB ever. Good for you. Hello, Susan. How are you? So I don't know if you've heard, Susan, but I'm about 75% sure Booger back there, she's pregnant. She's pregnant. Can you have a refund or super chat or something? I think you can ask for a refund. I've never asked for one, so don't quote me on that, but I think you can. Booger. Hi, baby. She's loafing right now. I don't want to disturb her. I could pick her up and hold her. But she's the reason why I say that is because she's eating a lot more these days. She never eats as much as she's been eating lately. And her middle section looks kind of thick. What direction do you think that's pointing in? I've had her for 6 years. She's never eaten a lot of food. I've always had trouble making her eat. Now she just wolfs it down. I'm sorry, Susan. DC was showing an old clip of her driving. She was smoking stuff on her live, and I thought she had smoked and she was driving. I meant to say, oh, So you meant to send it to DC and you sent it to Chantal. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and pick up Booger. She's not going to. Come here. Come here. Oh, oh, oh. Come here, Bulgers. Look at her, look big. That belly. Oh, of course I'm going to keep one of their babies. Oh, thank you, Lori. Good day to you, Lori. Good morning. See, look how thick she looks. Come here. Come here. Any other time you want me to hold you when I'm trying to type on the computer. Now you don't want to do nothing. She's going through something. She don't want to talk about it. Yeah, she don't want to talk about it. And Sparky won't look me in the eye. You can tell. Her tummy is so firm. It's not soft. It's firm. Okay, all right. See, that's another sign that she's preggers. You go to touch her belly and she's just like, mommy, no. Yeah, Booger's not, she's got keeping secrets and Sparky won't look me in the eye. So I'm looking at him sideways and doing that. I have something to tell you. Well, in a month, she's going to say, Mom, I got something to show you. Booger's like, shh. I said, shh. We can't talk about that. Illuminati. Conspiracy, allegedly, whatever. It was supposed to be a secret. There's, you know what? In a month, if she's pregnant, there's going to be a lot more than some tea. There's going to be a lot more than tea. I'm going to wake up and Booger's going to be nesting in a corner somewhere and I'm going to hear a little tiny, huh? Where'd those come from? Oh, it's funny. What are you going to do? I love my kids. And apparently they love each other. I don't know how it happened. What's that old saying? Like the Beatles song, love is all you need. No, love is not all you need. You need love and a chastity belt. That's what you need. You need a freaking chastity belt. I don't know how it happened, Mom. I know how it happened. Must have been from the top. Must have been from the toilet seat. Yeah, that's it. Problem is they don't use the toilet, so it's not possible. But yeah, I've been indirectly keeping up with Chantal, and every time I see something new, I'm just shaking my head and wondering why people still watch her. Honestly, like, why people still watch her. I understand why people watch the reaction channels. They're funny. They're entertaining. I just don't understand anyone who directly watches her without the reaction channels. I mean, what's there? Yeah, she is too much. And there's nothing new. There's nothing new and exciting going on. There's the same old back and forth drama, ping pong stuff going on. Like, is there any new development that we haven't seen 100 times before? No, absolutely not. I think the newest thing I saw on Twitter last night was Foodie. She went to a fast food restaurant, and I guess she, for lack of a better polite term, she soiled herself. So she washed her behind and her nunu in the bathroom sink at the fast food restaurant. I heard that, and I was like, did that really happen? Yeah, at a public toilet. I was just over on my end going, how is that possible? I mean, I'm 138 pounds. I'm a little bit taller than Chantal. How could you wash your butt in a sink? If she sat on the sink, it would literally break. That's not trying to be rude about her weight, but I would imagine that would break the sink. And how do you properly wash yourself in 5 minutes? You just splash some water on there and then turn your butt towards the dryer. The bathroom didn't have toilet paper. Using the blow dryer. Yeah, I saw a picture of her showing her bare butt to the camera. I'm assuming she's so ugh. You're assuming she soaped up her hand. But what if it didn't happen? What if she just used her hand without the soap? And I imagine even if you soaped up your hand and like cleaned off whatever mess, that your hand's going to smell a bit bad. You know? Because there's just some smells that soap can't directly take care of. You need like bleach or something. Ew, Becky. Sorry, we won't talk about that anymore. I just saw that on Twitter last night. I'm like, did she really just do that? Yeah, she did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. We'll stay away from that. It's too early in the morning. Some of you haven't had breakfast yet. I don't want to ruin your appetites. I apologize. I apologize. Hi, Valerie. Good morning to you, ma'am. So, just to switch topics, I have a bit of a funny story for y'all. An ASMR story. So, I had it in my head for a while to do another bubble wrap popping video, a longer one. So, I gathered up a lot of bubble wrap, and some of the bubble wrap was like really, really large. And I sat there trying to do like the bubble wrapping pop video, and I did like 45 minutes worth. But then when I played it back, the bigger bubble wrap, it sounded like gunshots. I kid you not, on the microphone. I was like, this would not be good, relaxing ASMR. This would stress people out. So I had to scrap it because it wasn't like the calm, relaxing, soft popping. It literally sounded like a gun was going off in my house. I was like, no, that's reverse ASMR. I know. So, you know, when I do videos, whether it's ASMR, ambiance videos, I can't tell you guys how many videos I have scrapped just because I didn't like the sound or the picture. I'm like a chef, you know, once you make some food, if it's not up to par, you don't send it out of the kitchen. Sounds of Central Park at night. But it wasn't like occasional gunshots, just like one gunshot after the other for like 15 minutes straight. You'd be like, after listening to, be like, now I do need an ASMR video just to calm down. So I had to scrap that video. I was bummed out because doing the bubble wrap popping, man, that takes a while. That hurts your fingers to sit there and like, So 45 minutes spent doing that, and then you watch it back and you're like, I don't like it. I don't like that at all. That's not relaxing me. Your old neighborhood. April Fool video. Well, it's already gone. But it's bubble wrap. I can always make another one if I want to. Also, some good news, y'all. You guys know that I'm a gamer. You already know that I got a dumpster dived desktop that works. I improved it, and I've been using it. I'm a gamer, and because my current computer that I'm on, because it doesn't have a whole lot of memory space and it sucks, I decided to try to play video games on the other computer. It's not stellar, but it's workable. So because of that computer, I could play video games again. I haven't been able to play games properly in months. So it was nice being able to fire up a game or two and do something. Like I said, it's not everything it needs to be to play all the games that I have, but it's playing a few point and click games on that one. You know, I really haven't played too much of those. I don't know if you guys know about this game or you've heard of it before, but there was a very old point and click game called Phantasmagoria. I think it was one of the first point and click games. You've heard of it? I remember, like, God, 20, 30 years ago, this game came out. And my ex played it in front of me. It was pretty interesting. Full motion video. Yes. And it was scary. For a point and click, it was scary. The end was scary. You know, it's kind of like, all the way through. But then the end part was just like, dude, I'm scared. Oh, God. So I don't know if you guys know about a channel by the name of It's Maya Time. Great channel. If you're enjoying all my ambiance stuff over here and you enjoy all the relaxing stuff, I totally recommend going to check out the channel It's Maya Time, because Maya always does singing and talking to people in a live chat, like at least once a week. He also does coffee talk. And he's going to be doing like a Mayathon. I believe it's tomorrow. Goblins 1 and 2. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited that the computer works. So for those of you, if you're wondering what else I got planned for my channel, I've got 3 or 4 different stories in my head that I need to write down. Not all of them are ghost stories. Not all of them are ghost stories. There's a few revenge stories. One, I don't know what to call it. More like, there's a story that I was working on last night. It has to do with scarecrows. I remember being a little kid, being just scared to death of something. So it's not a ghost story. The story centers around the Midwest, being around 10 years old at a cornfield, and there's these scarecrows. There's one scarecrow that's really, really scary. And then something sinister happens around the scarecrow. So that's going to be interesting to flesh out. I was working on it last night. I didn't like how it was going, so I got to start over. You can find old games in a webpage called Abandonware. Ooh. Are they PC games? Are they games you can play on PC? No, Children of the Corn. None of that. That was a great movie, though. That was a great movie. But it's not going to be Children of the Corn, you know, like, oh, we're going to go around and killing our parents. No. None of that. No religious overtones. Stephanie King. I'll tell you one game that I'm excited to play, but I don't have the money to get it yet, and I don't know if my computer is strong enough for it. There is a game that up until now, it wasn't available on PC, and the game is called Fatal Frame. Now, there's a whole series, the Fatal Frame series, but up until recently, you could only play them on, say, PS2, PS3, the Wii system. They just put one of the Fatal Frame games on Steam. Fatal Frame 5, Maiden in the Black Water. I found out about that. I'm like, ooh, I want to play. Because I've known about that game for years. They'd be hard to play using arrow keys. Yeah, they are so good, aren't they? The Fatal Frame 5 that's on Steam, it looks really hard. Because the old Fatal Frame, you were not battling like multiple ghosts at the same time. And the areas, like there's one area, Fatal Frame 5, you go in, it's massive. It's just like, you get all kinds of turnaround. But I'm a big fan of Fatal Frame, so I want to play. I might have to get a controller to play the game. They've updated to play on web browser if you want. So it's abandonware. My favorite so far of the Fatal Frame series is Fatal Frame 1 and Fatal Frame 2. Unfortunately, those are not on PC. I've seen the others that came after that. I'll be honest, I wasn't a fan of those. They were okay, but I think as far as storyline, those two were the best. The only problem with the Fatal Frame games is that a lot of them have very sad endings. There's no happy endings there. You're going through the game, and the very end just guts your heart out. So I have all of you here. If there's any suggestions you have for content, don't be afraid to throw them at me. Be very happy to put your ideas maybe into play. Going to do some more ambient stuff, more stories. Might even feature some of my poetry. I got notebooks of poetry that I haven't even done anything with. Gray and black towels. I'll send them right back. If you send me gray and black towels, if Booger's pregnant, you got to take one of my cats. You got to take a kitten. Yeah, here's something you guys didn't know about me. For many years, I've been into spoken poetry. I love spoken poetry. So I've always wanted to do some. And I got lots of different poetry that I need. I got to look through them and say, what can I put on my page? Like I've literally got notebooks worth of poetry. I've been writing for years. I'll watch and listen to anything just as long as it's not Chantal related. You know, as far as Chantal, we're going to go back to her for a minute. I don't see how everyone is not just exhausted because of her. I know that as a reactor, reacting to her, it made me tired. Going through 6 to 9 hours of content every day, trying to find the interesting stuff in all the garbage. And then because her content is so much, reactors are doing live streams. Those live streams go on for hours a piece. If you're someone and you are a fan of different reaction channels, how many reaction live streams can you watch before it's too much? We'll need lots of baby kittens. Oh, trust me, you're going to get it. Chantal's starting to trigger me a lot and stress me out. It makes me tired. She will never stop. No, she won't. That's another reason why I opted out, because there's no positive in her content, and she's not interested in the positive. Like I said before, she has brought in every toxic thing she could think of to keep her storyline somewhat interesting. Then she hit the ceiling with that once she reached the whole STD period. So all she's got left is her and Natter, the back and forth between them. So I'm sorry to say this to those of you that catch wind of her, but that's pretty much all that you're going to hear about now. Nothing different is going to come into the picture. I guess the long con is a star of the reaction channel to actually succeed. The thing is, she's not starving the channels. She's not starving them, she's starving herself. You see, it's the reaction channels and Chantal, it's a symbiotic relationship. They help each other out. Chantal makes the content, and the reaction channels react to it. By reacting to her stuff, that's free promotion for her. The more people that know about her, the more chances that somebody's going to get curious, come over to her channel, become a VIB, give her a view. So she needs the reaction channels. The reaction channels, in turn, because she makes the content, they get to have channels where by putting her name in the title somewhere, they get to build a channel, get the views, get the subs, get memberships, get super chats. So they both benefit each other. So the thing is, if the reaction channels decided, you know what, done here, that would be disastrous for Chantal, because she needs that promotion. She needs it. In my personal opinion, because this whole year has been just so stupid with her content. If it hadn't been for the reaction channels, her channel would have tanked seriously like a long time ago. The reaction channels literally kept her going this whole year, because people were not interested in her stuff on its own because it was interesting. The reaction channels made it interesting. So she actually owes a big thank you to all the reaction channels. She may not like what they have to say. She may not like the way they say it, but they helped her out immensely. You know? Because can you imagine this whole year if Chantal had not had the reaction channels or putting out the content that she's been putting out? Nobody would have kept watching. They would have been like, it's the same old, same old. There's nothing new here. They would have left. Because of the reaction channels, adding in their humor, their commentary, their sarcasm, it kept it interesting. It kept it interesting. It kept people watching. Something good needs to happen soon. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but nothing good is ever going to happen around Chantal for one reason. Because she's not interested in the good. She's got it deadlocked in her head that the way to make money is drama and toxicity, and as long as she keeps bringing the drama and making the money, she's going to stick to that formula. Like the whole thing with her and Natter, them both doing dual streaming, and I'm breaking up with her and he's a liar. Do you know how much money they made that day? Quite a bit. She was over there fake crying and everything with the alligator tears. They made a lot of money that day. So that's why she's sticking to the formula, because it's working. Kiwi Farms has always been around. I just never heard about Kiwi. Yeah, the Kiwi farmers, they've been around for a while. They've got an entire thread on Chantal that, get this, it's over 5,000 pages long. 5,000 pages long. They've been following her for a bit. They got stuff. They talk about Chantal. They talk about the reaction channels. They talked about me. They talked about me. Yeah, it's a thread. And if you're wanting to know where the thread is on the farms, how to find it, if you pull up Kiwi Farms, if you go in the search, you pull up Foodie, you put Foodie Beauty in the search, you click enter, it'll show you all the results. You click on one, and if you want to see the most recent stuff, go to the last page of the thread. That's where all the recent stuff is. You wonder if you can write for them. They got stuff on me though. I went on the farms recently and they were talking about me. They were talking about me. And they were basically showing a screenshot of my community post. Like, oh yeah, it's confirmed. She's not reacting to Chantal anymore. And I got rid of all the Chantal's videos off my channel. I was reading stuff on the farms. The Kiwi farmers, they are under the impression that the reason why some of us are turning away from Chantal is because we got spooked. That's the assumption, that we got spooked because of all the talk of SA, the real life stuff. Even though I put out a community post stating why, clearly, crystal clear, why I turned away from Chantal, they're under the assumption that we've been spooked. Something's going to happen to our channels. My channel was never in danger of anything. I never got a warning, never even got one strike. I just decided I was done with her. So I changed up my content. I may not be getting as many views of my stuff as I did when I was covering Chantal, but I did what I wanted to do with my channel so I could do more creative things. A lot of doxing happens there. Yeah, I know that too. Yeah, they were talking about me. They were talking about me over there. She doxed. How does she dox Justin Bieber? She doesn't even know Justin Bieber. Why would Justin Bieber know Foodie Beauty? How would they know each other? Not likely. But yeah, they over on the farms, they talk about everybody. They like talking about everybody. They talked about me. It is a lot. It is. A VI Beezer. Yeah, Rose Thorn. There must be something going on over there with they're all spooked and they're turning away from Chantal. Hey, farmers. Maybe the reason why we're turning away from Chantal is because there's nothing new to talk about. It's the same old garbage, refried, and you put ketchup on it, but it still tastes like garbage. That's why I quit. You know, it's not about being spooked or afraid of anything. I had nothing to be afraid of with my channel. I just decided to do something different. And I knew if I kept Chantal on my channel, I could not do the creative stuff. Anybody looking to subscribe to a channel, it wouldn't make sense, would it? How can you do positive content and have someone like her at the same time? The two are going to clash. So I chose to get rid of her because it was either keep her, do Chantal stuff, which a lot of people were complaining about, or open the door to whatever I wanted to do. So you can either pick the little teeny tiny door of like, you can't really do anything creative, or open the door wide and do everything creative. There were donuts with his name on it. Oh, so that's not Justin Bieber. It's just a donut. But yeah, Kiwi Farms is a trip. Sometimes you go on there and read some interesting stuff, but there's a lot of gossiping back and forth. A lot of it. But it's that there's a feeling of, because different reactors are turning away from Chantal, where some of us are afraid. Afraid of what? What are we afraid of? There's nothing to be afraid of. We're just bored with her. I suppose that's more an interesting theory of what. But yet I'm nobody. I got a small channel. I'm not even worth talking about. And now that I've got an ambiance channel, Kiwi Farms has less to talk about. So there's this big conspiracy theory. They must be running scared. They're doing something different now. Anyway. So even if I'm not reacting to Chantal, y'all, because I'm on Twitter and people post things about Chantal, I still keep up with her. And I don't see anything good. I've heard whispers that Chantal is supposed to be moving into a cabin with Natter. Is that what I heard? She's moving in with Natter? They always say they don't want speculation, but they're always, exactly, thank you. And how can you speculate, Lilith, when somebody makes a community post, like I did, and I explain my position? There's no need to speculate. The answer is right there in front of you, right there in black and white. She bought for herself. Yeah, can we talk about that for a minute? I want to put this out there. I don't know if anybody cares, but I want to put this out there. So y'all are aware that Chantal has been just going crazy with the binging lately, right? She's been going crazy with the food. I'm going to put this out there for everybody listening. If it's not something just strictly for views, I know why she's doing it. Let me explain something to you about having an ED. Chantal's got a very severe ED. On top of that, she's food aggressive. She could have a table full of food in front of her, and if somebody else is sitting next to her with something on their plate, she wants that as well. She's very food aggressive. I don't know why. I don't know where that comes from, what triggers that, but she's very food aggressive. So as someone that I have an ED in recovery, since I've heard that her and Nat are going to be moving to a log cabin, I don't know how true that is. But if it is at least a little bit true, if Chantal has to move to this log cabin with Natter, that means she's going to be in the middle of nowhere, no fast food, can't do Uber Eats. And from the perspective of someone who has an ED, if you have an addiction to something and somebody comes to you and they tell you, soon you won't be able to get your drug of choice anymore, what that's going to do is it's going to trigger that panic inside of you. You're going to get anxious and you're going to take the attitude and the mindset of, oh my God, soon I won't be able to get my fix, so I better do as much as possible right now. So she's going to town on that food. That whole day of her stopping in like 5 different fast food joints all in a row and then eating more at home. If there's any truth to her moving in with Natter in a log cabin, that's why she's doing it. It's a gerbil. But I'm just trying to give the other side of things, not in an insulting way, just kind of give you guys a perspective of someone that I still have an ED. Mine's in recovery though. It's very much like when you have an ED, food is your drug. You are addicted to it. And if somebody tells you, and if you've been, going at it for a long time, and then somebody tells you soon you're going to have to go cold turkey, it makes you panic. And then you just start trying to do as much as possible before you're cut off. This may work if you were a gerbil. But there's some insight for you. She's an emotional eater. I don't know if she's eating just for the camera for attention. I don't know if it's that plus the panic of knowing that her situation is about to change soon. It could be that. I know that anxiety and fear and depression, that stuff triggers emotional binge eating. But just so you, if she's going to town on the food, why? Why? Is it because she can't do it around Natter? I think for a long time, because she was living in town and he was living in town, there was no sense of panic because she knew she could go see him. And then after seeing him, she could stop at her favorite place and still get her fix. So she wasn't as panicked about it. There was always a sense of, I may not be able to get it now, but I know I can get it later. But this talk about moving in the middle of the woods, that's going to get cut off. So she is just going to town with the food. It could be that. It could also be she's got a defiant personality, and you tell her not to do something, she's going to do it more. So there's all these different factors that may be at play. I'm not excusing her bad behavior. And I'm still ticked off at her with the whole Timbit thing. I'm still, I will never forgive her for that. I will never forgive her for that, and I will never forgive her for all the neglect that she's guilty of with her cats, and that she's still guilty of, and she will not do the slight bit of kindness and give those cats to somebody who will take care of them. She's hanging on to those cats for one reason, and that's because she knows it gets people talking. She is such a selfish, self-serving, self-centered, egotistical, heartless narcissist that she's willing to make animals suffer for the sake of coin. No, she doesn't deserve to have those cats. And if she had even a little bit of kindness in her, she would have a moment of clarity and say, I'm at a point where I can't do for them what they deserve. I should do the kind thing and give them to somebody, a family member, an ex-boyfriend. I'm sure there are lots of people that would take those cats in a heartbeat, no questions asked, and give them a good life. I would hope that both those cats would go into the same home together. It would be less stressful for them. But she could be as heartless as she wants to be. Do the right thing by those animals. Don't make them suffer. Will she come down long? I don't know, Lori. They better get married. I already ordered the wedding gift. Silver serving sporks. They'll never get washed. She's not known for washing her silverware. You might as well get some plastic sporks. Just get her a bunch of plastic sporks. Maybe you can buy Natter some Walmart shoes. You can buy him some Walmart shoes, James, and enclose the note in with the shoes saying, in case you want to run away from Chantal. Here's some shoes, you can do it. Oh, hair fibers in 2 colors. Oh, she doesn't need the hair fibers anymore. She's got her that thing she puts on now, the half wig. What is that thing? I don't even know what to call it. The hair hat, hairnet thing. How did my cat get into the garage? This was a while ago, but he got out of the house. This is kind of a long story, so sorry, but you got to include details to explain it the best. He got out of the house where I live at. It's a 2-story, one big building, sectioned off into different apartment buildings. He got out of the house, ran down the stairs. In the back part of the building are different garages. There's like 4 or 5 of them. One garage door was open. He got in that garage. There was a hole in the wall between 2 garage units. He got into a little teeny tiny hole, got into the furthest garage. There was a much bigger hole in the wall, and that's where he was. So, sorry it's a long story, but that's how. So if the hole had not been in the back garage wall, it wouldn't have taken me so long to get him out. But that wall on the other side connected to somebody's apartment, to their bathroom area, and there were a bunch of pipes and stuff, and I just couldn't reach it and pull him out. Well, thank you, BBJ's accountant. Thank you for the super sticker. That's cute. What is that, a kitty with a heart? Aw. Thank you so much, sweetie. You should start a channel, job number 3. And what would you put on your channel? What would you put on it? Thank you, BBJ's accountant. You know what? If you're BBJ's accountant, what you should do, my friend, is take your client out of that household, client privilege, client safety, and put him in the witness protection program. How did he get out of the house? He's a male Tom. He just wanted to go wander. He was looking for the ladies, I guess. And then once he realized, once he got out of the house, it's scary out here. So he got scared. He got a case of the monkey shines. He got out of the house. Then he figured out, it's really not that nice out here. I don't think I like it. I brought him home. When I first found Sparky, he was like this. He was literally like a baby. So from the time that he was a baby up until recently, he grew up into a Tom. Big boy. Big boy. We are doing our best to create a kitty rescue plan. Make it happen soon. They need it. I don't want to bring anything morbid into the picture. I don't want to make anybody sad, but it makes me really sad as a pet owner, as a cat owner, that poor Timbit never got out of that bedroom. That before Pete could move out and get a different environment for Timbit passed away. And I'm really hoping the same thing doesn't happen to BBJ. I really hope that if BBJ is going to pass, it's going to be in a loving, clean home with people that care for her. And I hope that the end of her life is a natural death and she's fallen asleep in front of a sunny window on a beautiful day, and that's when she goes. How did he get out? I just explained it, sweetie. I had the door open, had the fans in front of the door. He hopped over the fans and ran downstairs. He was having a tomcat moment, and then it just happened. But I really do hope that BBJ does not pass away before leaving that house. There's something good there for that cat. And Sam too. I'm a guardian, not owner. I'm not quite sure how to take that comment. If you can explain on that. I am an owner, and I love my animals very much. Both of my cats were basically street cats. I took them in. I've taken care of them. You see them. They're not sickly. They want for nothing. I love my animals dearly. I love my animals dearly. I'd do anything in the world for them. You saw my cats on stream. They're well taken care of. Pumpkin pie. You're a sweet boy. Yes, everybody. You know what? I hope everybody, if you happen to hear about Chantal's situation with your pets, you make sure to give your pets extra love. You're like, I'm gonna take care of my boy, my girl. So I know that I said this earlier in the live stream. I got some people in here. This is an ambiance channel, but I also do all kinds of other stuff. If there's anything you'd like to see, let me know. I did like a positive reaction to a music video recently. A group called BTS. It was fun. And I plan to do other more positive reacts. You actually give your sweet boy extra love. You can't give him enough, can you? When? I don't know. I've got my eye on a couple of things. I don't know if you guys would be interested. So I'm glad to have you all here that we can ask your opinion. Can you link what? What do you want me to link, darling? The reaction video to BTS? Give me just a second, ma'am. I don't know if you guys would be interested, but I wanted to do some reaction videos to, like, it's not ambiance stuff. It's more like ASMR stuff. I'm a weirdo. Okay. I get into like different stuff. Okay. Just know that I'm a bit of an oddball on top of being a geek. I don't know if you guys like these kind of videos, but have you guys ever seen those cafe vlogs where they're making the drinks and stuff? I really like those. I really find that those are relaxing. They're really, really relaxing. I like watching those because some of the creativity is off the chain. So there is the are tarot card readings true? I've seen some great tarot card readers. You can take them for face value. I actually had a tarot card reading by a girl by the name of Gemma Jade. She's on YouTube. She's on point with everything. So, I mean, she gave me a reading that was on point and everything she said has happened. It was spot on. You know what, Veganista? I'm not a rude person, but I'm going to read your comment. You said to me, we don't own the pets. We're guardians of them. I'm not implying you don't take care of them. By the way, sweetie makes me cringe. Call me Veganista. I wasn't calling you sweetie to make you cringe. I'm just going to say my thoughts. Listen, anybody coming in here, if you're going to be rude or slightly rude, or maybe you're not having a good morning or something, please don't be here. I'm here to have a great chat with people. If you can't have polite chat in here, please just opt out. I really don't want to be rude to anyone. I'm just going to say that and leave it alone. But going back to Gemma Jade, yes, my reading was spot on. A lot of things that she said have happened, and like, and the best part was Gemma gave me my reading for free. She did one on air with me during a live stream, and then she was so wonderful that she actually made a 30-minute tarot card reading video for me, a private one that she sent to me, and it was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. Let me see if I can go find her channel real quick. For those of you that are into the tarot card readings, maybe you'd want one, Gemma to do one for you, and that way you can find her. Let's see. She's a small channel. She deserves more eyes on her. And I'm always happy to support the small channels because I know how hard it is to get eyes on you sometimes. You know, it's really easy to react to something and put somebody's name in the title and get views that way. But if you're just trying to have a channel where you are just doing something just related to you, it's a lot harder. You know what, Veganista? I was being polite. I was being polite. There we go. So we're done with that. But so like that person is not going to talk anymore. Let's talk about the kittens. Well, the kittens aren't here yet. The kittens aren't here yet. I mean, I don't even know. I'm 75% sure that Booger's pregnant. The gestation period for a cat's pregnancy is 83 days. Is it? It's oh my goodness, 63 to 80 something days. So Booger would be almost like a month into her pregnancy if she is pregnant. She's put on weight. She's eating more food. That kind of points in that direction. But it's not like she's so barreled out that there's no question that she's going to give birth. So she's in that in-between period of maybe, maybe not. I was close to calling the fire. Oh, God. Hello, Azmi Zed. Yes, there might be baby. Are you going to die of cuteness if you see baby kittens over here? You'd be like, oh, kittens. Listen, I know that God doesn't take orders as far as babies, but you know what I'd love to see? I would love to see a little baby Sparky and a little baby Booger kitten. That'd be cute. Or maybe a combination of the two. Like you've seen those tuxedo cats. You saw Booger's coloring, right? She's got unusual coloring where she's white, but then she's got the gray patches all over. I think it'd be cute if I had a combination of the two, like the white with like black and gray patches all over it. Wouldn't that be pretty? Who is the father? Who do you think the father is? Who's in the house all the time with her? Little troublemaker. Sparky. Sparky. My super brat cat, Sparky. Cat party. Hey. Relaxing cat party. Well, why not? Acid wasn't that. That'd be some colorful kittens. That would break the internet. Can you imagine? Kittens that are all rainbow colored. They enjoy the ambiance too. Hey, you never know. Listen, I went on YouTube. There is a cat video called Den of Purring Kittens, and it's literally that, like a whole bunch of these beautiful gray kittens, and they're all purring together. Do you know how many views that video has gotten? Just all those little babies just purring, purring, purring away. Their eyes are bigger than their bodies. Yeah, you got a little bitty head. But yeah, there might be some little baby Sparky booger kittens. I'm hoping that Booger has a small litter if she does have one, because I don't need 16 kittens in the house. I'm hoping it's only one or two, and then she's done. And then once she's done, she's done. Getting her fixed. It ain't happening again. I don't care what she says. Sparky tagged it once. He ain't tagging it again. Nope, 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 nope. 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 That'll be her only litter. That's it. We're done. GMO cat modification. So, question. Do you guys have any ideas for future ambiance videos? Because I've done a little bit of everything. And I like doing different things. I don't want to do the same thing all the time. That gets boring for me and for you. I've done videos on streams. Oh my God. Veganista, why are you working so hard to be disruptive? Why? It's not worth it to be that worked up, sweetheart. I got a touch some grass video. You might want to go watch it. Please go watch it. Some people are just determined to be rude, and I'm not in the mood for that. Spargers. And you know, I'm just gonna put Veganista on blast for a minute. I've seen you over in Foodie's chat, Veganista. I've seen you over there. So I know who you're rolling with. I know who you are, and I know who you roll with, and I know who you give super chats to. And if that's who you want to support, it's your life and it's your money. But if you're going to be rude, you don't need to be here. So I know who you're rolling with, and I know who you hang with. Some people's children. I know. You know, I actually have a touch some grass video. Unknown caller. I'll let that go. Hold on. Yeah, I'll be back in a second. Give me a second. Oh, never mind. They left. Not me. She found my number. That'll happen. That'll happen. She's a Kiwi farmer. Nah. You know what? We're not going to get worked up over something small. We're just not. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's got some comments that I eat breakfast. Not yet. Not yet. I want to sit down and spend time with you guys first. You know? I want to sit down and spend time with you guys first. Yeah, just for shits and giggles, because I heard the term so much, touch some grass, I actually made a touch some grass video. I made a couple of them. I made one video of like long, tall grass waving in the wind, and then there was another one. But I do have a touch some grass video. I need it to be funny. I made it for people that if they want to go touch some grass, but they don't have any grass, they could just watch the video, you know, chill out, that sort of thing. So yeah, I did that. See, ambiance can be funny too. Ambiance can be funny too. You know? But going back to the list before the phone call, I've got stuff about water, winter, snow, rainstorms, mountains, Egyptian desert, grass. I'm just always trying to find new stuff for you guys to see. Music playlists. I've got lo-fi music, vaporwave music, synthwave. Just always trying to find cool stuff to expose you guys to. Picnic in a grass field ambiance. I'm a caretaker of 7 stray cats. I fortunately found a charity that neutered and sprayed from the Hey, you got to be on top of that. The entrance of an ant's nest. Would that have a mass appeal? I mean, would anybody be interested in that? Nails on a chalkboard. No nails on a chalkboard. Snow falling. I've got a lot of those already, Valerie. I've got a lot of snow falling videos. As a matter of fact, I have a playlist of all my snow videos if you want to go look through it. I'll tell you, as far as the ambiance stuff, let me tell you guys where I want to go with the ambiance, but where I want to go, I would need better equipment for it, because the better equipment would mean I could use better programs, and the programs that I could get require some space. I do very simple ambiance videos, but I would like to move into really intricate, detailed ambiance video making. I know you guys have seen the ambiance videos with the full-on scenes and fireplace and all that. That requires like Adobe Photoshop and different other programs, Blender. Bubbling soap pot with steam. A soap? Oh, soup. I said soap pot, it's soup pot. I was just picturing a pot full of soap. Why would you put soap in a pot and bubble it? Oh my God, bubbling soap pot. Leaky bath faucet ambience. You know, Mary Beth, that might trigger people. Like if you get that leaky faucet, what do you want to do when you hear the leaky faucet? You want to turn the sucker off. You're like driving people nuts. Where's that leaky faucet? I got to find the faucet to turn it off. Somebody give me the monkey wrench so I can shut it off. Where's that dripping faucet? Candles, wine, and very white music in the background. I kind of have a video like that already. I made a music playlist of dark jazz, like jazz noir music. You had the fireplace in the background, a couple of glasses of wine, a wine bottle in the forefront. Really nice. Really nice. So I kind of already have that. And as far as Barry White music, all the music that I use on my channel is copyright free. So if you guys see me do a music playlist, it's copyright free music, royalty free music. This stuff's all over YouTube. And I there's only like one music playlist that the music is not copyright free. And it's not my fault. Because the channel that I got it from, the video that I got it from, it said copyright free. But then when I went to upload it, every single song was copyrighted. But the list was so nice, I left it up on my channel anyway. And it's the Christmas Jazz with your coffee one. Yeah, I got that from a channel that they said, oh yeah, copyright free. But then every single song was copyrighted. So I couldn't even trim out one song or two songs that were copyrighted and keep it. But it was a nice list, so I just left it up on the channel. Okay, Lilith, thank you for dropping by, sweetie. Hope you have a good day at work. Thank you for dropping by, love. Yes, I'm still here. There was a bit of a troll in the room. I dealt with it. I'm not into entertaining trolls anymore. We're all adults here. If you're an adult coming in, you should know how to behave, and it's not for me to teach you if you don't know how. I'm not going to waste my time with that. Well, Mary Beth, I'll know in a few weeks what's going on. Because if Booger is pregnant, she's going to get bigger and bigger, and then I'll definitely know. Did you give them the hard E word? What's E word? Can you elaborate, ma'am? I don't know what E word is. What is E word? Typo. I typed it and I don't even know what it was. No, I did not give them the hard word. I just showed them the door quietly. Their car was on fire and they were needed in the lobby, so they had to go. They had a standing engagement. They were a very busy person, this troll. They were needed elsewhere. Yeah, a troll with stock accounts. But guess what? I don't care how many stocks you got. I'll still throw you in the trash. Yes, we're newly renovating the lobby. Anywho, so I'll tell you guys what, I know I've only been on for an hour and a half, and I normally go for a little bit longer, but I imagine there's going to be other people going to be jumping online soon. Maybe a few of them already have, because I noticed some people have left the room. But I want to come in here and get my early morning time with all of you and update you guys on some things that were happening and spend some time with you. And it's hard to find some space of time when other things aren't going on YouTube. But I wanted to come in here and say hi first before everybody else gets here. Hello, Gotta Love. How are you? So but I'm going to go get some breakfast. I got to make some phone calls and think about some content I could do for the channel today. So it has been lovely seeing all of you here, and I appreciate all of you, and I hope that wherever you go, whatever you do this weekend, you stay safe and you have fun. So thank you guys for dropping by. I'm going to go and get some breakfast and get my day started. Thank you all for being here, and you guys, please take care. Bye.